All right, Marshawn, this is remarkable because Iron Mike. I mean, the title right there says, you know, that he is just a force. He's iron, you know, he's steely, and he can't possibly break down. But he's revealing a very big part of himself, this struggle. How do you interpret this? You know, I know you mentioned that you think this is the cry for help. I would have thought that this is after the cry.
I think this is the right type of cry, actually. And I've worked with a lot of professional athletes and entertainers as a sports and entertainment attorney. And what I recognize is that particularly with men, whether they're football players or boxers, they're expected to be very tough. They're expected to have it all together. And as celebrities, we expect that of them. But I think what Mike is saying is he's tried everything that he knows how to do, and it just hasn't worked.
Which is so honest. And so many people, who, whether it's drugs or alcohol, have gone through that same thing. And he's revealing, he's peeling back the layers.
Well, we have to realize he's still a man who grew up with a broken childhood. His mom died when he was 16. His dad left when he was just 2. His sister died when he was 24.
And his trainer, Customato, being kind of that father figure, and then him passing away.
Him passing away. His daughter just passed away a few years ago from that accident. And so we love to watch celebrities rise, and we love to watch them fall, but we forget that they're just people dealing with trauma and drama in their lives, and he happens to have his playing out on the public screens. And I think that a lot of this has to do with things that he hasn't resolved as a kid.
So you see him as still very vulnerable. I mean, you can hear the crack in his voice, but I mean, that naturally will happen when you are revealing, you are totally letting everybody know who you are, the pain that you've been dealing with. But you think, in a way, this makes it even more dangerous? Much more of a tightrope for him?
I think it's actually a good sign because the first step of getting help is actually recognizing that you do need it. And I think a lot of men, particularly male athletes, don't admit that they need help. And so for him to do so transparently is a great thing, but the question is, does he have the right agents, the right advisors who are really going to help him through this process? As someone who's represented athletes, I find that most of the time people just capitalize upon the opportunity as opposed to recognizing, is this even the right thing for you right now, for you to go back into the media and the public eye if you're sick? If you're sick. And he's been talented, and his problem is not potential. I think one of his biggest problems is